Tonight, from Brooklyn, New York, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Mitchell Trubisky and the Brooklyn Bulls versus Drew Lock and the Washington Football Team.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Washington Football Team. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. And Charles, we look at this Brooklyn Ball Club. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Throwing on first down is Lock. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. To throw it is Lock. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. Here's Lock to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 15 carries, 62 yards. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Lock's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Lock gonna throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. The extra point. A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Off at the 39, past the 20, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Locke throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Flush to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And here's a give to Gibson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They look to throw. It's Locke. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Locke. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bulls are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game two. So I would agree with you totally on that.
From midfield, here's Locke. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Again, it's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Flushed out right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. We'll check on his status when we get back. He finds his man complete. That's Bowers. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Trubisky to throw. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Gainwell, touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it up the middle. But he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Locke. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's Locke. Open man is Samuel, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's a diving catch right side. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Trubisky will throw. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. After the turnover, here's Locke. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Locke now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Gano's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come upon halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Flush to his right. Touchdown. It's complete. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bulls have cut it back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Well, I guess the coach looked at the... Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And Murray's still down. Maybe shaking up that go-around. Let's hope he's all right. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Shotgun snap to Locke. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Locke now to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he's got this down to the 35.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st down, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Bowers. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. To throw it is Lock. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Trubisky's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Again, it's Trubisky. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bulls are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he is not going to get in. And I think the proponents of the Chargers saying, hey, why not kick it? The failure to convert is going to keep this game tied. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Lock's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Lock to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, Lock. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Lock again. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he gets it down to the 32. And is that Gronkowski the one slow to get up? Yes. Gronk still down right now. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Lock now on first down. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Bates. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bates. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Rashad Penny. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Flushed out right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this day?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about...
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Flush to his right. He finds his man complete. That's Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Eluding the pressure right. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
They'll look to run with Gainwell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bulls are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They'll try and run it in. And he is in for the two. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you that you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now Washington down by 1. And time, a huge factor. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Lock to throw. Pass complete. Samuel. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Locke's trying to hurry him up with that clock running. Gets this to Gibson. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Now Locke. An unlucky number here. A loss of 13 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still